Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the market. It is July 8th, Wednesday. We're going to review 0-day options today on SPY and the small account challenge. Uh, Pretty good price action today. Just one of those nice full reversals. Actually, quite a tight range now that I look at it. Not a huge range, but price action looked nice for trading. So if you don't get nice trades in when it looks like this, at least for me, it's hard. This was all just nasty chop. We'll go over it. The 30-minute here, this is Eric. He's SPY Day Trading on YouTube. You can find him, his Discord linked in the description. As long as it's still active. If it doesn't work, let me know. There's a Discord link and a WAP link. Or maybe it's one and the same, I'm not sure. Anyways, gap down today. We got 5-day up here and 20-day down here. Gap down and sold off in this green. Down through 20-day. Complete this inverse cup here. And potentially this is the handle for that. I haven't even retested 5-day yet. There's also a little gap here still. This morning, very grindy. Let's get into it. This is day 3 of this week of not looking at P&L. And yeah, today I'm not as confident. Let's look at it. Let's see. So I ran a buying power on E-Trade pretty quickly. E-Trade I'm not too as concerned about. I keep kind of getting glimpses and I think I'm probably flat or green, but I don't know how much. But I don't want to know that. Anyways, let's just look at the trades. 10-14. I was in a put. Let's see, why'd I do that? Yeah, break on purple. So I don't always take these. This was a little aggressive for me. I did have purple. I didn't see much structure. I had gray. I'm not sure if I had gray at that point. I maybe did. Took it on this candle. Entry was a little late. Looks like it was a put for $1.32. Yeah, I kind of missed the retest there. Don't know why exactly I missed that retest. This gray wasn't here. The purple was there, and that was what I was going based on. Looking for the inverse cup to close, which it gave it to me nicely. I closed out literally right here, right at that. I actually think no, maybe not. But yeah, I closed right here on that was a limit close, I think at the ask. That was $1.32 to $1.54. So not bad. Next trade was, whoa, I haven't looked at these numbers yet. These are ugly. Which is good. It's good I don't look at it midday. 1022 for calls. Yeah, right here. So I did have that gray. But it's inverse head and shoulder. I know the inverse got closed, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. The problem is we were still selling in this green. It should have been a little more patient on going long. To me, this looked like a nice close above the gray, as well as this inverse head and shoulder. Yeah, right here. So let's see, 1021 I bought for $1.43. Sorry, 1022. $1.43 and sold at 24. Yeah, big red there. Candles got big. Sold it for $1.16, so it's probably red at that point. Yeah, a little bit red at that point, most likely. These candles got pretty nasty pretty quick. Next trade was at 1026. This was a put. So yeah, since this was resistance and it didn't break out, might as well catch it as a resistance trade. I wasn't quick on this one either. I didn't catch up here. I think I was like down here somewhere. I was like, well, I could take that and use gray for my resistance or my stop. I can't remember exactly where it was in that candle, but I got it for, let's say 1026. Got it for $1.01. And sold it on this candle. It was a pretty ugly fill on this candle. It was going green. I think it hit here and it started going green. I just wanted to get out of it. Because it was only $1.18. So a little green trade. But I didn't get a great fill on that. I don't think. Ended up bouncing on, well, yeah, because I thought it was, yeah. I think because it maybe broke this green right here. Probably why. Yeah. Yeah, this candle broke that green selling and I sold it. It was probably even closer to up there. But not the best exit on that one. But it was green. Put the purple back in for the bearish controlled buying of liquidity being built. You have a little head and shoulder here. Pretty sketchy price action though with these wicks. And even all this is just very grindy. I mean, you do have an inverse cup and handle, but wiki. Next one was at 10:34. This was a call. I didn't catch this one. I guess not. Wait. Oh, did I do that? Did. Yep, 10:34. I got a call right here. Looking for retracement. Is a wedge trade. Basically, purple's my support, and I remember that now. Yeah, this was my stop, so I was just gonna take it here for a move to the upside. Profit would have been here, or if it rallied through it, high of day. Yeah, I guess I don't want to have a bias, but I guess if anything, I should have just been a little more bearish until we closed the cup or broke out of something. I don't know. The wedge trades work, but yeah. Anyways, this one didn't. So 34. I opened it for 99 cents, closed it for 75 cents on this big red candle, and then opened up a put on that red candle, or sorry, on this candle. Looking for a move down to this gray, but this price action was just nasty. So I opened it like here, big green candle. I'm like, oh my gosh. You can tell I'm kind of getting a little whipsawy in here. My entries are late. I was late on this entry. This one was wrong. And then this was, yeah, late entry here, and it does this big wick. I hold through it. I'm like, I should really just hold this for, maybe I had gold then? No. I don't know what else. Maybe I had gray. Yeah, I did have gray. That's right. I had gray. So wicked up there. I held through that somehow. Came down. Selling was very mellow. The volume hadn't increased or anything. So I noticed it was starting to just sell in this gray. I was finding resistance here and support here with back here and here. So I actually dumped this thing, I think at 40. Yeah, for $1.50. So tiny green trade. I dumped it like right here. It did end up making it down to 20-day at that time, as well as this gray. But I guess because my whipsaw here, or not even a whipsaw, I guess, just my entry here was pretty poor. If I'd waited for this retest, which I just didn't think was going to come, I would have been maybe a little more inclined to hold through this. But since I entered here, sorry, yeah, here, and it was just grinding right at my entry. And this is a bullish controlled selling this gray, and so that didn't look good either. So I didn't want to hold it if we're just going to sell in that. Of course, I could have gotten back in once it broke here, but that's just too much. So it was a little green trade though. Next trade, I don't know how I'm green today, if I am actually. There's a couple big L's. Next trade was at, oh yeah, okay. So let's see, 145, 40. So that was my last trade on there because I only had like 100 and something left in buying power. Yeah, exhausted all of it in that morning chop, and I wanted to save some for end of day if that happened. So yeah, then I flipped over to Webull. I didn't feel very good about E-Trade. I'm trying not to look at the P&L. Okay, I'm not looking. I see green numbers, but there's also, I have a few shares of SEV in there, and I know that's green today. So if I am red, it's not by much, or it's break even. I don't want to know that though. Flip over to E-Trader. Sorry, Webull. Webull, I'm not as confident in. I really want to look at Webull, but I'm not going to, just because I'm very curious. I think at one point I was up pretty good, then a couple nasty trades. So I tried some of the automation on Webull today. I've been wanting to kind of do it just with stops, automatic stops, and take profits. I never do that, but if I'm doing 3-to-1 risk reward, I thought maybe it'd be nice just to set that up for some of these trades. Then I just need, what, over 30% accuracy, which I think I'd get. So yeah, I'd like to do it like one of the contracts set up like that, just automated, and then, or just a portion of it automated, and then some of them I just manually control and do it like that. At this point, I'm just kind of testing out how it is on Webull. A little messed up because of these bills. I don't know why, but looks like my first trade was at 11. Yeah, 11 o'clock was a call I bought. Yeah, this price action was nasty in here. So I didn't have this gold selling, which would have been nice. I did have the gray. It had broken. It engulfed with a green candle. This was also 20-day. This also bounced on my gray there. So I got it, I think, on the test of this purple, yeah. So looking for a retracement, and it built liquidity on purple. I was in it. I was in it here for at 11 o'clock for $1.07. What in the world? This is so confusing. I think this one I did the trigger on. Build. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was in a call there. It stopped out. So this was the 10%. Was it 10%? I think I did 15% and then 45% for 3-to-1. Is that right? This one stopped me out at 11:02 on this candle for the call. That was 85, or sorry, $1.07 to 95 cents. I think I did the same thing on the next one. Yeah, so the next one was a call at 11:04 for $1.03. And then I sold it. $4.03. Sold it for 80, or it got stopped out at 11:14. This candle right here. Early on that candle, stopped out for 82 cents. So yeah, you can see kind of where my head was at, but yeah, it was pretty ugly. I mean, if I had gold, it would have been money. I would have only had it from these resistances, which, yeah, not so much. But then it did break purple. And did I capitalize? I did. Put for $1.14 at 11:14 on this candle. Price action was still very ugly. The structure's nasty. We were rejecting. I think we're below 200 at this point. Yeah. Still selling that green on the 30-minute. So $1.14 I bought it. This one was just manual. I didn't have any stops. Sold this one. Oh, this is the one. Yeah, I actually got. I completely top-ticked the contract on there because I was looking at the contract pricing on this one, and I put it like $1 above its highest from somewhere in here. Pretty sure it's the one that actually filled me just perfectly. I'll show you. I'll review all these trades at the end of. I'll show you all the fills. Yeah, that was $1.14 to $1.38. So pretty nice little trade there. Structure was, yeah, great. Next one was $1.20 at 11:29 was a put. I missed this little one right here. Yeah, I remember this because this retested 5-day nice or 20-day nicely. It retested purple. Just was like, I don't know. It's kind of tight structure. I didn't have gold. If I had gold, it would have been much easier. Too bad I didn't chart that yet. Just to manage my risk. Because without that, I'm like looking at purple. I'm like, 20, yeah, I guess. But that would have been an easy entry in here. Then could have taken profit there or on this candle or. Oh yeah, this was the cup close on the 30-minute too. So that was a target for me. This cup close. Yeah, I don't know why I can hear. I think we're just. Oh yeah, that's right. Once it broke this, my target was right here for the cup close, so I didn't want to get in there. Yeah. So let's see. What did I say? 11:29. So it came down. It broke my gray, which I thought was kind of the tapering, or yeah. It broke it, so I actually got into a put on the retest. What I thought was a retest. This one right here, this wick. Somewhere around here I got a put, looking for the retest and a move further down that green on the 30-minute. I'm not sure, so I guess it wasn't selling in the gray, or why that didn't work. I guess it was selling this gold then. That was at 11. What did I say? 11.29 for $1.20. Close it for $1.08 at 11.32 on this candle. Once it broke back up above that gray and held. Yeah, a lot of trading on Webull today. 11.32 bought for $1.04. 11.33 bought for 95. These were puts. 34. Oh yeah, on that. Oh yeah, okay. So I had gold then. You can tell. I had the gold drawn then. I'm like, all right, I'll just take it on gold. So I got 2 of them in there. 34, 34. Sold it for 88 cents on 35 this candle. Yep. So finally, once I drew it, then it was over. But target had been met. The cup had been closed. Made sense, I guess. Unfortunate on that one. Okay, then 36. Yeah, a lot of trade. 36, 11.36. I was in a call for 95 cents. And I flipped into a call here because it did break gold. I think I got a pretty good fill on it, actually. I sold this thing for $1.03, so penny profit at 38 on this candle. I don't know if I had... Yeah, I had gray. Yeah, it was for gray being the resistance, just in case. This fill wasn't great, and neither was this one, so this was not a nice trade. But it was still green, so it was fine, I guess. 95 cents to $1.03 on that one. All my scaled up ones are red. 11.53 puts for $1.10. Like, yes, I can imagine. Yep, it's right here. This purple, I don't think I drew it on the wick. I just drew it on these wicks. Such a just stupid error. Or no, it was down here in the red. Yeah, I probably opened it right here. 2 of them, $1.10, closed them out for 98 cents. Did I do it on the same candle? Yeah, closed them on the same candle at least. This thing just wicked. And then I drew a line down there. I'm like, I can't believe I didn't do that for the wick. Yeah. I think that happened to me twice today where I didn't draw it on the wick. So then I flipped into a call. Oh yes, this was my call. Retracement. It's finding support on purple. I need to be getting calls there. So I actually got 2 of these. Finally I got 2 on the right direction. 118 and $1.16. These are 741 calls. So right here at 11.54. So on this candle, and I was using purple for my stop. Gave me a little grief for a little bit. Then it broke this gold. And this is where it would be nice to have runners. 740, 740, 5 points. That would have more than doubled my whole account, I bet. Yeah, so I'm thinking like I need to prioritize getting to 4 contracts as much as I can so I can start having runners. Because these will help P&L so much. Just being able to have a runner, as long as I can hold it, of course, and manage it right. But I mean, this will make up for so many red trades, which I don't want to have. But I can have 3 or 4 or 5, 10 red trades for 1 green trade instead of right now. I'm like 3 red trades to a green trade, and I'm usually fine. But if I could have a runner, then I would actually feel like I'd start being actually green. And I wanted it. So on this one, I wanted to just hold it because I knew it was kind of a, I had my clear stop here on the 30-minute. Let's see, 12. Yeah, on the 30-minute, we were just breaking the green right here. I think at the beginning of that candle. We're still below the 20-day, so that gave me some reservation. But not enough to not want to get 2. So I got 2 contracts. I almost got a third, but I was like, 20-day. It started rallying up. I did not have this green channel at that point. All I had was a steeper one. Started rallying up, had a nice big green candle. I'm like, all right, I just want to hold. My target, of course, was this gray, which was my last. I figured that. I thought that was potentially the top of the wedge. I was like, sure, there could be one higher. I just don't see it yet. But it came up here. Nice big green candle. I think I closed one right here. Yeah, I couldn't help it, which is good. It's only 2 contracts. So $1.17, $1.16 were my buys. My first sell was at $1.58 at 12, so it was on this candle. It's like right here. So nice little move right there. It's just such a small move in the hindsight, of course. And then it starts kind of consolidating, and I see this other gray here. I'm like, maybe it's still it could still be selling in this. You know, might not make it up to here. We are still below 20. I shouldn't. Yeah. Anyways, all that stuff is going through my head. I don't have 4 contracts, which is kind of what I've been saying to hold a runner. If I had this green, sure, I would hold one longer most likely. But the price was still good, so I got actually got a limit. I got like a greedy limit fill. Of course, it was like, I think it was on this candle. Yeah, it's still less than the other one just because of the slippage. It's $1.53 on this candle, which was the top of the gray, which kind of was my backup profit target if that one didn't work. Which I didn't know if that was gonna work or not, but again, we're below 20 day. This is a wedge trade. You got to just take your profits quick. And the problem with that though after is I didn't really know where to re-enter for the upside. Once it rallied up to here, I'm like, all right, well, here it is. I didn't have anything else drawn at that point. So it breaks this. It's like I could have gotten in there, but I don't know. I have a hard time just like midday at VWAP. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. And I feel like that's probably good to have reservation on that kind of stuff. Especially because I'm assuming there's a higher wedge here somewhere that I don't have charted. So in this case, I didn't catch this, but it's probably good I didn't. If I had green drawn, I maybe could have caught like this one. Or from right here, but there's not much structure. Like, yeah, just kind of a channel chase. But anyways, I caught this little bit here. Happy about that. If I had 4, I'm thinking about, okay, so profit target is here. Stop is here. As we rally up, I could move my stop like up to here. And then I'd say, so take profit here, cut here, or have a timer. And like, so by this, I have to hold it for this long if neither one of these have been met. I think that'll help me hold longer, but I don't know if I should be trying to hold longer when I only have 1 or 2. Because basically my average hold time on my winners is like 5.5 minutes. My losers, thankfully, is less. It's like 3, I think. So I have that stuff right. Yeah, average hold time for losers is, well, 4 minutes. Winners is 5.5. So if I could just like stretch that, like set like a 10-minute timer and hold 1 for that, if neither of the profit target or the stop have been met. I think once I'm at 4 contracts, that'll definitely be helpful. Maybe I'll do it before 4. I don't know. But yeah, that was that trade. That one felt good until it did this. I was like, dang it. And I was just kind of sitting on my hands for all that. Trying to not get FOMO. Which it probably did. Probably showed up in that shop here. 13, 14, 114. Wow, what is going on here? 114. I was in, but oh yeah, this was supposed to be a zombie or retracement trade. I hadn't completed the cup necessarily. This was the high of day. Started building liquidity here. I thought it might want to make an inverse head, or you know, it was clearly building liquidity. So I used gold for my risk, for building that liquidity. This gold, which was right here. What happened here? This is very confusing. Build time. I may have made a mistake. I don't. This timing seems wrong. Oh, these are 114, and then 130. I filled. I got. Oh, that's a call. Okay. Okay, yeah, this had the stop on it. That's right. So Yeah, I bought a put at 114 on this candle with gold being my stop. And then I think this stopped out on that candle. And then I got a, which it's hard because it's not showing me right here. And then I got a call. Where did I stop on that thing? Yeah, with these triggers, it's just kind of weird. I got a call at 130. Oh yeah, I remember this call. I don't know where that one stopped. I don't still have a position, so it stopped somewhere, I think on this candle. So then it started rallying up. I did have this green drawn, and I kind of chased it up here just in the channel. I put gold here for building liquidity. It broke. I used green for my stop. Gonna take profit at the top of green. It did rally up from where I got it, but yeah, then just rejected. Let's see, that was 130. I guess on this one I could have just been more diligent about taking profits. I was looking for a retest on the top of the screen to take it or break, but since I didn't get it on the support, it was kind of in the middle. Yeah, as you can see, it's a tight range, and I was, I guess, a little desperate. Too desperate. It was 130 for 92 cents, sold it for 87 cents at 34. So not a huge L, but yeah, it wasn't a great setup, great trade. I bought a call. Weird. 1439. Oh yeah, these are different strikes. Very confusing. 1439, I got a call. Yeah, right here. This little inverse head and shoulder. I was trying to figure out what else I needed to draw. I kind of came up with this one. I still had this one, this gold, this more gradual gold from this resistance and this support. I maybe didn't have that till later. Anyways, this little inverse head and shoulder, breaking this gold. I got a call, then I got another call, different strike, higher strike. 48 cents and 98 cents, closing for 87 and 41 at 40 on that next candle. Like, oh, this is the other time I didn't put it on the wick. So the line on the wick, they're actually rejecting. I'm like, oh, because I just had it here. I don't know why I wasn't doing the wicks. And then I opened it and I quick put it on the wick. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I closed it. Thankfully, I closed it before it got too super red, I think. 1440. Yeah, I think I jumped into a put. Yep. 52 cents. Wait. Yeah, 52 cents. Stopped. Oh, I just did a break even stop on this one. 1441 to 1443. Got on this candle, and I just did a break even stop on here. So I had purple here for support, so if it wasn't going to break that, I just want to be out of it. Calls. Bot calls. 1, 2, 3, 1449, 1450. Yeah, right here. This candle. Got 3 calls in there for the break of gold. We have an inverse head and shoulder here. It's breaking gold. I did have this up here still. I wasn't super confident in it yet. So I thought I'd take profit on that. But this just started grinding. I'm like, oh man. So I wanted to then move my, like, have a stop down here, give it time. Hopefully not all the way down to purple, but yeah, I just started chopping really bad. So I closed the first one for 42 cents at 54 right here, just because it wasn't moving. It was, you know, it's grinding on this gold, and I just want to reduce some risk. I had a big red candle and then a little green. I closed out of that one for I was a little loss on it. I just wanted to reduce the risks. I had 3 of those. Then it sold off more. I think I held through all this, yeah. And this was annoying to hold. Finally started rallying. I sold one like right here. I pretty much top ticked it based on this line. I had it there, which was down here. So I had a little more confidence in that then once I rejected there. And then that was for 55 cents. And the next one was at 50 cents. And I closed it on this candle somewhere in here. So small green on that one. Yeah, small green. Pretty nasty chop in there. And then 15.15 was in it for 35 cents. It was a put right here, I bet. Yeah, right here. Structure wasn't great. It was breaking purple. I'm like, I should probably just take it. This is the only one I've had for support all day. There's probably a flatter one that I didn't see, but I didn't see it, so I was like, I'll just try this one. I'll take this one. As it started to grind, I just knew it wasn't good, so I jumped out on this green candle. Yeah, I was looking for a move down to the bottom of this gold. Wasn't much structure there. It happens often where it's like, why didn't I take it on my line? I actually had a line there for it, and I didn't take it, so I kind of had to do that for myself. And then this, I sat through all this. It retested this gold, which it broke up here. I mean, it's nasty price action, but it actually is breaking gold, retesting it, and this for the 10-minute move. And I'm like, I didn't want it here because we're still in this wedge. I mean, you have this gold for resistance. You've got this gold in the bottom, and this was, I don't know. I could have gotten a call here, I guess. It seemed too aggressive for me for how ugly this price action was. So I didn't get it here. It grinded up. This was pretty slow, actually. And then we got the 10-minute candle. It's still here. I'm like, yeah, it looks like an inverse head and shoulder, but we're still below this. I'll just wait. Very well, easily could have just flushed. Kept going. I put my other gold up here. And I was like, I could do it here, but I was like, I should probably wait until it breaks this one. And then it breaks this one. So I'm like, all right, this is going to be a 5-minute trade because the 10-minute candle was gone. And this bind was pretty slow. And this would have been a nice move, the whole thing, but that's like over a point. No, it's point and a half. Yeah. And then this closes here. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to get it at least for just the high day. I was looking for 5-day. I thought, come on, we can make it 5-day gap close, something. And I go to do it, and E-Trade's like, oh, it's too late. I was like, no. So I quick flip back over to E-Trade, which is all logged out because I wasn't thinking after 340, you can't trade on Webull dailies. So by the time I got into the E-Trade, I just clicked it as quick as I could. Where is this thing? Yeah, I was at 355. I bought two 746 calls. 746. And it was on this candle. I don't know where on that candle. I got a nasty fill. I think it was up here on it. They were just market orders. It was just down like 15% immediately. Thankfully, I just kind of held. It wicked up. I thought about getting more. I'm like, no. Can't do it. I think I'm red today anyways. So luckily, though, I did get a nice candle here, and I did take profit on it. So my first one, I got it for 26 cents. First one I sold for 27 cents. On this candle. Somehow, I don't know. Yeah, it was really ugly. Next one I sold in that candle, I got 34 cents. So first one was barely green. It was like, I clicked it, and then by the time it filled, it was like just right down here for some reason. And then the next one, when I clicked it, it was up here. So, little green trade to end off the day, which I think maybe made the E-Trade green. Today was a little rough because there was a nice price action. I need to figure out how to navigate it. Like, we had some volatile red candles and green candles in here. Seemed like news. It was too much trading, but this is always like hindsight. But if I was waiting for like the retracement, I don't know how I could have really navigated this. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. How to, if I don't have anything else drawn, like now this is easy with this drawn. It's like, okay, broke, I'll get on the retest. I'll get more on the retest. I'll get more on the retest. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have this then. I had this, so I could have, but there's not really structure here. It's the middle of the day, middle of the wedge, or middle VWAP, middle of the price range. I don't know. So yeah, sorry, let me show you these. These are the E-Trade trades. I'll show you Webull. Here's E-Trade. No P&L peep for me. No peep in the P&L. Yeah, here's... These are going to be confusing, but if you really want to look at it, you can screenshot them. Just slowly scroll. Because the timing on some of them are messed up because of the way they were take profit and stop loss orders. So it's kind of confusing. Like, I don't know why this one's up here. This was later in the day. Sells. Anyways, yeah. I'm nervous on what Webull's going to look like for today. It might be quite red. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Thanks, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Have my 6th round. See you tomorrow. Peace out.